the hole leveled out. We've got barely enough elevation. We should be able to get it set in there somehow. If we can get it set in, we can run it. All right, we got this baby set in a hole.
Too many corners.
So we'll be able to start working on. We'll start working on the plumbing now, getting the chutes hooked up, getting power hooked up. Start running. Well, believe it or not, it's running. You see it running down there? See it's spinning around, got that drain valve coming around. We've got it timed at about 50 RPMs, sitting on the gauge at about 7.5. Got the generator off the trailer hooked up, plenty of slack in the line. Got the bowl set up, we got the feed trough all plumbed into the discharge of the trommel. We've got the discharge of the gyro bowl going down into the trough there, which leads into our tanks. All that water material coming off of there goes into our first pond, and then it goes into our second pond, and there's another third one behind the tank that they pump out of. So that pump's going to bring it back into the trommel, and away we go. See it pumping. Here it comes. Oh yeah. See it coming over the end. Trommel's running. Conveyor's bringing up the big stuff. Got our tailings coming back into the pond. And we're getting ready to hook up the auxiliary hose. We'll be using that nozzle for clean out, but for the time being, we're going to be supplementing the water, so we can put another 60 gallons a minute into the bowl. Because the bowl running just a little bit low. So we'll throw some more water in there. We'll throw in more water, and we'll maybe turn the speed down a little bit just to bring that water level up. Now the soap that's in there, we're running at about 8 ounces of soap an hour. Let me go through the shutdown sequence so far that we've done. We had the trommel in the feeder belt, feeding this whole thing and having a real good time with it. The first thing we did was run out of dirt, shut the feed trommel off, or the feed conveyor belt off and it quits feeding the trommel. So then we started monitoring the trommel exit to make sure that all of our dirt was processed through and shut the trommel down. As soon as we shut the trommel down, we went over to the exit sluice box on the gyro bowl on the Corbus 7000, and we made sure that the material stopped exiting. So as soon as there's no material being felt exiting, then we know the bowl was giving up all it's going to give up. All right, from that point we shut the water off. We were running this one at 40 RPMs as a test, and we cranked it up to 50 RPMs in order to get most of the water out. So after about 3 minutes and 30 seconds, or 3 minutes and 40 seconds is all it took for as much water as coming out, came out. And you can tell that by the exit sluice. There's just barely a trickle of water left coming out of there. So when it starts to trickle, you're done, shut it down, let everything settle out. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to take an 1.5-inch hose with about 60 gallons of water a minute coming out of it with a fire hose nozzle on it, and we're going to spray the top rings on the bowl and break everything loose first. So we'll be turning the bowl and letting the material come to us and cleaning that down into the bottom of the bowl. And then after we got that done, we're going to be able to pop the drain, get rid of the excess water, and wash the rest of the material out. And it should take us right at about 15 minutes. That's what it took yesterday, and maybe I can beat that. We'll see if we get down to 13. All right, let's go ahead and clean it up. Okay, we got this thing shut down. Let me come underneath here. That's the top layer is looking a lot better. A lot of nice black sands in there. We've got some packing going on, but those fingers being extended really seem to help out quite a bit. Well, there's the concentrates that came out of the bowl. We've got a technique now that'll actually get that bowl clean in 15 minutes. I was so impressed with it and myself. Yay for me. All right, we got them all in there, and we're looking at 2 1/4 full 5-gallon buckets. That's kind of what I'm guessing, because everything's just a little bit over 1/2 of a bucket. So that makes it easy for me to carry. So that's what came out of the bowl in a 15-minute cleanup. You see it with the size of the pan and everything. That's we're getting quite a bit. We're not finding the big gold yet. Maybe they don't have any big gold. We're down to riffle number 6, and Richard's always said for most of the gold is right there at the bottom. So let's go get the big gold. All right, we're here with Jack and Don, and Don's the mine owner, and Jack is the jack of all trades. We had the opportunity to watch the bowl run and see the clean out and the throughput. And what'd you guys think of it, Don?
It catches fine gold. The gold out here in the desert's real fine. It's disseminated. The particles are anywhere from 35-40 mesh on down to minus 230, and it was catching really fine gold. In fact, that's the finest gold that I saw you pan out here this morning. Yeah. That I've seen on this property, and that stuff was minus 230 mesh. You know, this is the hardest application, desert. You know, we don't have a lot of water. Something like Colorado or something, man, right, Jack?
Yeah, you put a big pond in and you just go.
You can really go.
Yeah, well, we made it work here.
Yeah,
so
we did. It did work. You did a good job, Mike.
Well, thank you.
And your gold cube's a nice little finishing machine.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, we need to finish packing up, and we appreciate you guys. Appreciate your hospitality and everything you did for us.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving, Mike.
Thank you.